Hello everyone, and welcome to the conclusion of the Halloween Spooktacular here on Something for Every Nerd, and also the thrilling conclusion of the first series of nerdy nostalgia of Return of the Phantom. We are finishing the game today. As always, I'm joined with the man, the myth, the legend, Janky Shenanigans.
The Phantom returns.
Ooh, spooky.
This game has a terrible plot premise.
This game is terrible.
The most haunting thing of all, a terrible plot premise.
Yes. So, when last we played, we watched the opera, and Christine got absconded with on stage. So now we have to...
Like, you mean like, in the actual Phantom of the Opera?
Gasp.
Gasp. Didn't see that one coming.
Didn't see it coming, no siree.
Nudge.
So, we're gonna go check out the trapdoor and see what we see.
Is the dude going to be dead?
Well, I don't know.
Predictions.
Predictions. Is the dude dead? Is Jacques dead? Who low-key bullied the Phantom as a kid?
That's right, he did have the oh, he's definitely dead.
Oh no! He dead!
Called it. So obvious.
Jacques' neck is broken. The Phantom has committed murder.
Shocking.
Like, we didn't expect that. It appears to be some kind of skeleton key. Perhaps the Phantom dropped it during the execution of his plot to abduct Christine. Alright, so we are gonna take the key.
Oh, are we gonna go back up to the box 5 now?
Yeah.
Got you. There's actually a skeleton on his skeleton key.
Yes. Alright, do we have the lantern? We do have the lantern. Okay. So, alright. So, all we gotta do now is get back to box 5. So, back the way we came. So, while we're walking, just to fill the time, Janky, this game was a part of my childhood, and I wanted to do it, and I wanted this to be the inaugural episode, or the inaugural series of Nerdy Nostalgia. But you, having played it for the first time, or, well, having watched it be played for the first time, so far, what are your honest opinions, other than that the plot is kind of weak?
I mean, it's not like a bad game. I think it kind of like, I think it's definitely pretty stereotypical for 90s point-and-click adventures that has like a menu of like, do this, or do this, or do this, you know?
Yeah.
It, like, I don't know. I think it's pretty stereotypical. The walk speed is super slow. When I played computer games back in the day, mostly I played like Carmen Sandiego, Clue Finders.
And those are going to be featured on Nerdy Nostalgia at some point, because those were my shit as well. Yeah.
The thing about those is, I just feel like, I mean, you know, they were built to be learning games. So I felt like I was getting more out of it, maybe?
Yeah.
And it was a little less, like, about the story and a little more about, like, the world you were in. I don't know. That's pretty much what I have to say.
Yeah. You feel somewhat claustrophobic as you find yourself enclosed in a narrow passageway. So this is how the Phantom gets around. You're amazed by the ingenuity of the hollow column. It appears to provide access to 3 levels. The Phantom is very clever indeed. You remember that pillar in the catwalk?
Specifically 3 levels?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
yes,
one goes to the lair, one goes to box
yes.
5, and one goes to the catwalk.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we're gonna quickly turn on our lantern. And this is where I have to absolutely cheat in order to keep us on task here. Because this labyrinth is legit a labyrinth.
Is it labyrinthine?
Yes. Like, I've got maps, I've got notes, I've got...
You have maps.
I've got maps, I've got diagrams, I've got drawings. Anyways, so
Goodness. Okay.
let's take a look. All right, you started at the you started at the lake. Walk right one room. So we did that. Exposed brick in the wall. Walk up one room.
Oh, I see. So this is like literally like find your way.
Yeah.
Do you run into traps if you go the wrong way?
No, you just get horribly lost and it takes freaking forever. Blocked archway, walk right one room. Don't worry, it'll get interesting after a while. There's just a lot of directional stuff for right now.
This is like, there was a game from the 90s called Myst. Did you ever play that?
No, I didn't.
Well, there's this one section where you have to navigate a maze entirely based on sound. So every time you come to like an intersection, it's going to make noises, and you have to find the one that like matches the noise you heard when you left the last intersection, or something like that. It's complex, and there's a lot of things in Myst that you're just like, if I didn't have a guide to tell me how to do this, this would be a pain in my butt.
Yeah.
I think a lot of games were like that, though. A lot of like early computer games were just kind of like obtuse in the way that they're just like, ah, yes.
Well, even Doom was kind of labyrinthian and obtuse like that.
Yeah, but I feel like you always kind of knew which way you were going in Doom.
Yeah.
Because it was like a corridor that you would just walk down. And yeah, there were twists and turns, and it looked open or whatever. But mostly it was just like, keep moving forward and you'll get to your destination.
See, I want to know how the Phantom committed all this to memory. He had to have gotten lost himself several times.
He designed it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, how he committed it all to memory. Then again, he's also a genius.
Yeah. I feel like if he was the one designing it, then he would have already had, like, this in mind.
Yeah.
Like, he was already like, this is how I'm going to design things. And I already know how to do it. All these blocked archways.
Mm-hmm.
See, the most annoying thing about this is, like, all the rooms look the same, except for, like, small detail changes.
Exactly. Blocked archway to the right, walk left.
Wow.
You're at a lake,
Just
walk
terrible.
left. Are we at a lake?
Another
We are at a lake.
lake?
It's the same lake.
Why couldn't we just sail here on the lake then?
Because the Phantom has the boat. The boat is parked at his actual lair.
Ah, and he can't swim.
Yeah. Effectively.
Fun fact about French people from the 1990s. None of them knew how to swim.
Skull in the
Apparently.
corner, walk up.
Skull in the corner. Skull in the streets.
corner. Blocked archway on the right, walk up one room. Yeah, even when I first borrowed this from my aunt back in like the 2000s, my aunt was like, okay, you're gonna get to the labyrinth, here is a guide. It took me weeks to figure it out.
Did she write the guide?
She wrote a guide that she put in the box for me, but not the guide to the game. No, that would be cool, though. The rat's nest in the wall, walk left. Blocked archway on the left, walk up. Yeah?
I cannot possibly imagine trying to figure this out on your own.
Yeah.
Because if you took one... Like, I assume if you take a wrong turn, it's going to be a few more wrong turns before it's like, and now you've hit a dead end.
Oh god, where did we just come from?
I'm not sure.
Crap. Walk up one room.
And now we're lost.
Walk right one room.
We're stuck together, it's strange but true.
Because, like, there's a huge section here that's like, there's exposed brick, walk left, exposed brick, walk up, exposed brick, walk right, exposed brick, walk right.
That sounds like a quality walkthrough you got there.
Oh shit, we were supposed to be in a corridor.
Can we go back? Can we not just walk back the way we came?
Yeah, but it's gonna be a room exactly like this.
Yeah, but if you remember how you got here, all we have to do is just keep walking back until we hit a room that's clearly marked on the guide.
You're right. Alright, so I did... Or we might have to reload the game, which will be a pain in the butt.
Down on the corner, out in the street, when the poor boys are playing, grabbing nickels to feet. Down on the corner, out in the street.
Okay, what is this? Blocked archway on the left. Walk up one room.
Okay.
Is there exposed brick?
Yes.
Walk left.
I think this is where we went wrong.
Exposed brick again?
Yes.
Walk up. Then right. Then right. Oh, thank God we're in a corridor. Whew! Thank you, Mr. Banana Bins. Alright, then there should be exposed... Oh God, there's exposed brick in the room. There is. Yes. Walk right. Not that there's really any other direction. And then 2 blocked archways, walk right. And then we'll be on the far side of the lake that we saw earlier. Yep. So walk right. And then exposed brick. Walk right. Rat's nest in the wall, walk up. Okay, so that is a rat's nest. Go up. And we have reached puzzle room 1. The next part of the maze is not nearly as long. But, let's take a look at this guy. Unfortunate fellow appears to have gotten lost some time ago. He is wearing clothes a few decades out of date. Much like us, but in the wrong direction. So we're gonna take his sword. Because we're gonna need it.
So a dude just died down here?
Dude just died down here. This is an antique sword, probably dating back to the early 1800s.
Wow.
Alright, so now we have this key panel. Do you remember what Madame Jury said?
No.
Alright?
That was a whole maze ago.
That was a whole maze ago. Well, there are 26 keys. There are 26 letters in the alphabet.
Oh, right. It's like something important to him.
It's something important to him, and what's more important to a narcissist than himself? So E... R... I... and K. Eric.
Ah.
And the next labyrinthian corridor.
Great.
Well, first we gotta take care of this giant spider web.
What is he hacking? Oh, with the sword?
With the sword
Really?
that we picked up. Yep.
That feels dramatic.
Yep. And then we begin the challenge map number 2.
Wow.
Alright, you're in a corridor with a giant cobweb, go up 1 room. We did that. Exposed brick, go left 3 rooms. So left 1. Left 2.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And left 3. And then there will be a gate on the left, go up 1 room.
What if there's not a gate?
Then we screwed. Oh look, a gate!
Yay!
Some insane architect placed a gate here.
Got him.
Alright, so go up 1 room. There's a skull in the corner, go right 1 room. Is there a skull in the corner? There is. So we go... Oh shoot. Skull in the corner, go right. And then we'll have reached the lake!
So unnecessarily complicated.
I know. And the gondola would be parked here. And it is technically parked here, but the Phantom stepped out for a minute, as we'll find out. So now puzzle room 2. Janky. Door 1 or door 2?
Door 2.
Good choice, because that's actually the correct choice.
Oh, look at me. Door 1 is the obvious door.
I actually don't know what's in door 1. Actually, no, I do.
Is it death? It feels like it's probably death.
Well, technically door 2 is death. Apart from the uneasiness you feel in this strange room, you begin to feel the floor getting warm.
Oh, I get it. It's like a furnace room and you have to solve the puzzle.
Yep.
Got you. You have to create the Phantom mask?
Yep.
Is there actually like an amount of time?
Yeah.
You have?
The floor is indeed
Yes.
becoming hot. The Phantom has rigged it to slowly roast his victims.
Death traps. Make a place feel like home, don't they?
Yep.
Oh, look, it's a little ghost. And also, apparently, the Punisher is an option.
Nope, that was the right piece. Crap. We might die.
How long does it give you?
I don't remember, but not a whole heck of a lot of time.
Well, to be fair, it's just very unclear. There's just like that little flame that goes up in the corner every so often. But I feel like it doesn't give you like an accurate measurement of the amount of time it takes for the room to heat.
You did it. A trapdoor opens in the ceiling, blowing a current of cold air. Oh, sweet, sweet oxygen. Now you're wondering how you're going to get up there. Well...
Wait, you're blowing oxygen into a room with fire? That would only make it worse.
Cable hook
That
attached
doesn't
to
make sense.
rope. Grapple. You've successfully
oxygen-
attached a cable hook to rope. To a rope.
The oxygen would make the room catch fire faster.
Yes.
This is a poorly designed, unscientific game.
Poorly designed, unscientific. You lose. Good day, sir.
You lose. Good day, sir. Good day.
I said good day.
Wow, that is an unnecessary throne to have.
Yeah. So,
Who is it? Is someone there? Help me. Is she locked in a room somewhere?
yeah.
Is it that room?
Yes.
Christine, is that you? The other option is, it is I, Raoul.
Raoul, yes, it is I. Oh, help me. That monster may return at any moment.
The door is locked. Where's the key?
Raoul, don't leave me here, please. The lock is somehow activated musically.
Musically? Well,
Yes.
let's play the organ then.
Before we do, there's a funny bit of text if you sit in the Phantom's throne.
I'm gonna laugh. You sit down and he comes back in. It's like, you've taken too long.
You get a distinct feeling that someone is watching you.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Alright, so we're gonna go sit at the piano.
Okay.
Or, not the piano, the organ. I know what I'm doing. You
So
see
we sit at
4
the organ.
pieces of sheet music on top of the organ. Since you took piano lessons as a child, you can just barely sight read the music. Which piece do you wish to attempt? Bach Toccata
it
and
was
Fugue D minor?
Yeah, it was Toccata and Fugue D minor, right?
It was.
I don't remember exactly why. There was a reason, because
Yeah.
that came up in a conversation earlier.
Yeah,
Was it part of Don Juan Triumphant?
No, Jacques said that he sometimes hears Don Juan Triumphant echoing through the theater.
There we go.
That was a lovely little bit, 8-bit bit of Bach Fugue in D minor.
And I heard none of it.
And Janky heard none of it, sadly. Now, this next part is absolute bullshit, because if you didn't have a guide, you would absolutely have no idea, unless you were looking at literally everything or pushing everything.
Hold on, wait. Is she trapped in a glass case right now?
Yes, she is.
Why?
That looks oddly futuristic and science-y.
Yeah, he just looks so... Okay.
Christine.
Find a way out.
Lord, Christine? Oh, yeah.
Christine, my lord, Christine, find a way out. I just, look at this. He really went for gothic.
Yeah. Sarcophagus is now unlocked.
Wow,
And then-
it was that easy?
And then you have to push the 3rd skull down here.
What the... Alright, fine.
Again.
This is exactly what I mean. Sometimes 90s games are just so obtuse that you're just how is I supposed to know that? That's just bad game design.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make it, even if it's a hidden clue, it needs to give you a clue what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So, but again, unless you did look, push, take, pull, and all of the things for all of the room, you wouldn't have figured it out. Which, by the way, this creepy face over here is something that I just noticed.
Oh yeah, that is a face.
Totally not nightmarish at all. Anyways, Raoul!
What happened to you? What has he done?
It's all clear to me now. The angel of music was Eric, the opera ghost. He spoke to me through my dressing room mirror earlier today. He must have somehow put me in a trance. I followed him through the mirror to this place.
I knew that mirror was a fake.
You are right, it opens, but only he can do it. There is a secret passage from my dressing room down to the catacombs. He assured me no one can open it but him.
What happened after you followed him here?
He placed me on a boat, and he rowed me here. At first he was unusually kind, almost vulnerable. He played some of his opera for me. He professed his love for me.
No. And then what?
No! And what? He gave me this ring. He declared that I was now his bride. Here,
Ugh.
you take it. I don't want it.
Is this going to somehow tie into the future?
The ring is a small, solid gold band.
I banish you with this ring.
It was shortly after this that I was able to unmask him.
How did you unmask him? What did he look like?
He was playing the organ. I slowly crept up behind him and grabbed it. It made him furious. I thought he was going to kill me.
But he didn't hurt you?
No, he became like a pathetic little child. He cried now I would never love him. So I tricked him.
How did you trick him? We're dancing around the question of what he looks like.
I told him I love him because he was so kind to have taught me his music. It was because of him that I am singing the lead in the opera. I begged him to let me return to perform my leading debut. I promised to return here after the performance.
But apparently it didn't work.
Eric must have known you and I were going to meet after the opera, so he abducted me from the stage.
What did he look like? Since that's the only question
He is death personified. The poor wretched creature has the face of a corpse. It's horrible.
How did he put you in a trance?
It was his music, his voice, a violin. I was convinced he was the angel of music sent by my father. He has powers of suggestion that are impossible to resist.
The time to talk, love. No time to talk, love. Let's run.
Wait, I must tell you the whole story, lest I forget.
Okay, where's the Phantom now? I tried to get us out of here, but fine.
He said he was going to get us some food. He should be back any minute. We must make haste. If he finds you here, he will surely kill you.
If we even run into the Phantom outside, I'm gonna be like, we could have been gone 30 seconds sooner.
You are right. Make haste. I shall follow you.
Great. This is definitely haste. Thank God you guys are making haste.
Thank God we are just... Oh, and you waited by the door. You didn't actually go out the door. You want me to go out first. That way, if he should pop out and try to kill anybody, it's me first, and then you can just, not be the first one dead.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I like how much time it's still spending in this room.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yep.
Oh, look.
Raoul! It's him! You! How dare you trespass here?
What is that stance he's doing?
Hashtag Phantom Booty! Hashtag Phantom Booty! He's twerking!
Look at that little hop. He did like a little hop and he's waving his cane around. Whatever. No time for talking, monster. Come and get me. No. I demand you. Let's go. Okay, Never mind. We already chose that.
Too late. Sorry, that was the first one you went for. Prepare to die, monsieur. Fireball!
You could just,
the Phantom used fireball. It missed.
You should attack with the wedding ring.
Attack with the wedding ring. Wedding ring. Put the wedding ring on the Phantom. Ooh, that makes things a little bit more complicated then, doesn't it?
He is fighting us with a cane. How silly.
What happened to him?
He appears to have vanished.
All the better for us. Quickly, let's run. Take the score from the organ. It may be useful.
Really? We're going to care about that now? Alright, fine. Whatever. Alright, let's roll.
The score is a thick stack of staff paper with musical notes written all over the pages. At the top is the title, Don Juan Triumphant. Alright, let's get out.
Let's roll.
Yeah, so the first door leads to pretty much this area.
Wait, so could we have gotten here faster if we just walked through the first door?
No, the first door would have been locked.
Oh, okay.
I just saved us like half a second of discovering a locked door. Alright, take. Or.
So we can paddle this boat up out of here.
Yes. This is a standard oar useful for steering boat or a gondola.
I'm glad that he put a skull on top of it, just
Yes.
in case we weren't sure what he was about.
Yes.
By this point, I was still a little shaky, but now I get it. He's all about skulls.
He's all about that skull. About that skull.
Solid.
Alright.
Let's get up out of here.
Let's take the labyrinth back. It's the fun way.
Let's not.
Go through the left room. There's exposed brick. Go through the right room.
And gondola out of here. We gone. Dola. What is she doing? Is
I
she
never
just
told you why I
rocking?
wanted you to meet me after the opera.
She's just like rocking in her seat? Right.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you want to meet us after the opera?
I knew Eric would come for me eventually.
Wait, so you didn't know that he was the angel of music, but you just knew he would come for you eventually. Alright. Sure.
So I thought we should run away together. Far away.
Smart. Smart. To the future, even.
Christine, there's something you should know about me, or something about me that you don't know.
So
I can
here's
read.
the question.
Yeah.
Where is the actual Raoul at this point?
I don't know. It could be one of those, like, he's possessing the body of Raoul from the future, and also his
Darling.
suit from the 90s.
Never mind. Let's not talk now.
Or maybe there was no Raoul. I don't know. The silence here is comforting.
But they knew. They like knew him already as he fell to the stage.
That is true. There's so many plot holes now.
Good thing that those plot holes aren't in the boat, or else they would be sunk.
They would be sunk. Let's go through the labyrinth one more time.
Let's not. I just love how they're just like casually
They're like,
looking around.
oh yeah, the Phantom's gone. We don't have to worry about anything. I'm just gonna leisurely stroll up out of here.
Let's make haste.
Leisurely
Proceeds to
stroll.
Just like, yeah.
Alright, let's go through the middle level. Back to box 5.
Kudos to her for climbing in that dress.
Yeah.
That could not possibly be easy.
Nope. Alright, well, everything's fine, right? Oh no!
Of course not. He just like downed us and kicked us and then pushed her down the ladder.
Pretty much.
Now we have to go back through the labyrinth again.
It's a constant back and forth for the next 6 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, and no contextual clues that we're supposed to go up at this point.
Yeah, because you're like, wouldn't he just go back down into his... Alright, fine, whatever. Guess we're going up.
Yep, we're going to... Would he go back down? Maybe he went up. Alright,
Or
Jake, are you ready for the greatest cutscene in the whole game?
Is this like how the chandelier falls? We just have a spectacular fight?
You notice that the cable is a bit frayed. It might not withstand too much strain. But you throw caution to the wind and proceed. Christine is in the hands of that madman.
What makes you think that going down the rope is the right move, dude? Did you see them climb down the chandelier? Like, what is your impetus for being like, oh yes, of course, the chandelier? Oh no, they're definitely on there.
Stay back, fool! Raoul, help me! Unhand her, fiend!
Who talks like this?
They do. I shall tend to her later, but you, monsieur, you have meddled in my affairs for the last time.
So he's just like, okay.
Prepare to die, Phantom.
So they're about to have a duel on the chandelier, and there's Christine just like climbing up and away.
Yep.
Yo.
Alright, you ready?
Are we gonna get thrown back into the future now?
No, we're getting thrown into
Oh my goodness.
a really shitty...
Look at that fake mustache.
That is what Raoul looks like. Oh god, I wasn't...
You were supposed to do something there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was supposed to be paying attention, but we were too busy making side commentary.
No, I was making side commentary. You need to make sure Raoul doesn't die. From being choked by the Phantom's cane, which is a silly way to choke someone.
Yes. Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're stuck up on a chandelier in a fight to the death?
I'm just saying. Like, first of all, this is a terrible place. It is suspended by a rope. There is no way it would be this steady. If there's no other wiring holding up the chandelier, it should be tilting all over the place. He should be falling off right now. But he's not. And that's silly.
Alright.
Alright, help this poor FMV man. Who's trying his best. Push the game. Well done.
Alright, now you ready for this? FMV Phantom?
What? Okay, sure. You
fool! Now we'll both die!
He's just half a skeleton. That is silly.
With a laser red eye.
Yeah, with a laser red eye and an actual skeleton nose. That is silly.
Epilogue. Guess what, Janky?
Was it all a dream?
Raoul, Monsieur Martant, oh, Monsieur Brie, his eyes are opening. Do you miss...
See, thank goodness, Raoul, are you alright? Where am I? Go away and let me sleep.
You were in the opera library. You had a bad fall, Monsieur Martant.
Who are you?
Why, I am Christine Florent. We met earlier, don't you remember? You poor man, perhaps we should call a doctor.
What year is this? Is Degas around? Is he bothering ballerinas?
Is he accosting young ballerinas? What year? This is worse than I thought. Why, it's 1993, just as it was when you fell from the catwalk.
Go away and let me sleep.
We will, but first we must make sure you are all right.
Christine Florent, I thought you were dead.
What? No, monsieur, my body is quite warm and alive. I'm afraid you really must see the doctor.
But you were strangled by the Phantom.
The Phantom? My dear boy, you are delirious.
Seriously, what's been going on here?
I realize many of my boyfriends don't come around much anymore, but I wouldn't call any of them phantoms.
You must be Christine Daae reincarnated or something.
Christine Daae, wasn't she... She was the Phantom of the Opera's Object of Desire, a singer with the opera 100 years ago. You must rest, Raoul. Why don't I go and fetch the doctor? Please do, Christine.
Look at those.
Take care. I'll be back.
Look at those 90s sweatpants outfit tights.
Sweatpants outfit tight, leggings, workout dancer, ballerina outfit.
I didn't fall from the catwalk. The Phantom pushed me.
The Phantom, eh? My dear boy, we haven't had a Phantom here in over 100 years. I think you're reading that book put too many images in your head.
You haven't had any notes from the Phantom?
Notes? No, I have no notes from any Phantom. You're imagining things, Raoul. Why don't you rest until the doctor comes?
But he was here. I have his mask, and wait, where are they?
My dear Raoul, you are mistaken. Those items have been locked in the glass case for a century. Look! You glance over at the case and see that that it is whole inside. You see the Phantom's mask, a small golden wedding ring, and a stack of sheet music entitled Don Juan Triumphant.
Who caused the chandelier tragedy?
What chandelier tragedy?
The chandelier fell in the audience earlier tonight.
My dear boy, that bump on the head really has done a number on you. The chandelier is hanging from the ceiling where it has hung for 100 years.
Go away and leave me alone.
Very well, you rest. Christine will be back with the doctor soon.
This whole game is pointless. None of it happened.
None of it mattered. In the end, It doesn't even matter. You're perplexed. Was it a dream? It couldn't have been. It was too real. Wait, what about Madame Jury's book? You decide to check on what the book says about the Phantom's demise.
Okay. We'll see what it says.
You quickly turn to the last paragraph, which reads, Eric, the Phantom of the Opera, met his death along with the brave Raoul de Chagny in 1881. When the chandelier upon which the two men were fighting fell from the ceiling, Monsieur de Chagny was given a hero's burial, while the Phantom was buried in an unmarked pauper's grave. But the artifacts were kept in the opera library for safekeeping. I do believe the world has heard the end of Eric, the Phantom of the Opera.
That wasn't what it said before, right?
That is not what it said before. I do not believe the world has heard the end, is what it said before. The ending has changed. You quickly thumb through the book once again to make sure. What kind of trick have the forces of destiny played on you? You realize now that you somehow managed to save the life of not only Christine Daae, but Christine Florent. And as for the Phantom, he is gone. Forever.
Okay, so did we just, change history? Is that what this is? Ha. I see.
Or is he?
Funny. So did we change history, or did none of it happen?
We changed history, and there is no such thing as chance, and what seems to us as merest accident springs from the deepest source of destiny. Johann Christoph Friedrich von Schiller, 1759 to 1805.
Huh.
You have achieved a possible score of 250 out of 250 points, which gives you the rank of Director.
Good, cool. Please.
Alright, 1 second. Mask's coming off. Alright, let's have some post-discussion on this game. Now that we have officially beaten it while the credits are rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you like it?
I mean, it was okay as far as 90s computer games go.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
I would recommend maybe watching it. But, yeah, no, to be honest, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Just because it's very old, mechanics-wise, and there's a lot of walking. And it just has that 90s computer game problem of, if you don't have a guide telling you what to do, it is going to be very obtuse, and you're going to struggle to figure out what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend that in any game. I don't like it in games now. I didn't particularly like it in games then.
I think for me, coming back to this game after all this time, because this is the first time I've legitimately played it 100% through to the end since I was a child. I think I liked it a lot more back then because, it wasn't so that far removed. It was an old game by the time I finally got around to playing it, but it still wasn't so far removed from other games that were still coming out at that time. Poor Charles Shenton for that rotoscope modeling. That is... Oh, hang on, I gotta see if they do something cheap and cheesy for the Phantom. And Michael Craighead as creepy Edgar Degas. What a creep. Squashed Woman! They had Squashed Woman as Jany Schmidt! And the Phantom of the Opera is ... But his stunt double, thank God for his stunt double, can race.
Jany Schmidt. The real hero of this story.
That
was probably my favorite part, actually. The part at the beginning where the woman screams in a show that that was probably my favorite bit. 100%.
Yeah. But I think that, yeah, so going back to the tangent I was going down was, I liked it back then because it wasn't so far removed, but, like, looking at, like, a game that comes out today versus this game, yeah, I definitely would not play this. If it was on Steam, I would totally buy it again, just, like, for my own personal enjoyment, but I would be hard-pressed to say, if you love the Phantom of the Opera, or you like old, you know, click and hunt games like that, that you should go and do all of that. But, you know, it's like, I mean, I would buy it again if it was, like, remastered or re-released on Steam. Well, not like remastered, but just like re-released on Steam.
Fair enough.
But so does it hold up? Yeah, obviously it doesn't, but I don't think it was necessarily meant to, and that's okay too. You know, it's a fun game for what it's worth, but it's by no means the greatest game of its time period.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Coming next time on Nerdy Nostalgia, I don't know, because like I said, Nerdy Nostalgia isn't going to be like a normal series. It's going to be like just kind of every now and then, and we'll probably do like a week of it, just trying to get through the game or whatever, or how many episodes, you know, coming out each day, or, you know, just kind of however. And the guest will change from time to time. Maybe it'll just be me. Maybe we'll have a different guest, you know, or more guests, maybe, if I can figure out how to get everyone in like a room where they can see and hear everything. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. If you liked it, let us know. Like and comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and while you're subscribing, please check out Janky Shenanigans. Yeah. He's got a lot of awesome content on his channel. He's got Hanging with Janky, which is a weekly news show. He's also got the Pop Culture Podcast, which is also kind of like a news show, but like longer format. He's got... do you have any Let's Plays going on right now? Are you still doing Hat in Time, or...?
No, I'm done with Hat in Time. Still got Sonic Mania. That one's probably gonna go on for quite a while.
Yeah. And, yeah. Oh my god, hang on. This is work of fiction. Any similarities between persons living or dead and characters in the story are entirely coincidental. Except for Edgar Degas, who was a real painter and who may not have been a lecherous old man. But, you know, he did paint all those pictures of young ballerina... Oh, never mind. I'm glad that we vamped long enough to see that. I forgot that was even in there until I saw it just now. Oh... That's a gem. That's the saving grace of this game right here. Edgar Degas. Alright, well, we will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.